My fiancé said, "We'll get married next year." I replied, "You'll be single next year." Then I canceled the wedding, took back the ring, left at midnight, and I smiled when she realized I wasn't joking. "Hey, Reddit, we'll just push it to next year. What's the big deal?" I looked at her across the kitchen table, my coffee growing cold between us. "You'll be single next year if that's your decision." The smile died on her face. "Excuse me." "You heard me." I stood up, grabbed my keys. "I'm not doing this again, Vanessa." I was 28, sitting in the apartment we'd shared for 2 years, and I just told my fiancé of 18 months that I was done. The wedding was 3 weeks away. Invitations sent. Venue paid for. Her dress hanging in our closet like a ghost. She laughed. Actually laughed. "You're being dramatic. It's just a postponement." "It's the 3rd postponement." "The 3rd? No, that's not fair. The first time my mom was sick. Your mom had a cold. And the second time we agreed we needed more money saved. You agreed. I had the money. You spent it on that trip to Cabo with your sister." Vanessa's face flushed. That was a bonding trip. She was going through a divorce. And now? I crossed my arms. What's the excuse this time? She bit her lip, looked away. "I just think we're rushing things." "Rushing? We've been together for 4 years, Vanessa. Engaged for 1.5 years. How much slower do you want to go?" "I need more time to be sure." Something in my chest just stopped. Not broke. Stopped. Like an engine cutting out. "Sure about what?" "About us. About marriage. About everything." I nodded slowly. Walked to the bedroom. She followed me, still talking. "Babe, come on. Don't be like this. Lots of couples push back their wedding dates. It's completely normal." I opened the closet, pulled out my duffel bag. "What are you doing?" "Packing." "For what?" "Where are you going?" I threw clothes into the bag. Toiletries from the bathroom. My laptop. Somewhere that isn't here. "You're leaving? Over this?" "You're actually leaving." I turned to face her. "Vanessa, I proposed to you on your birthday. I got down on one knee in front of your entire family at that restaurant you love. You cried. You said yes immediately. You called your friends from the table. Do you remember that?" Her eyes were wet now. "Of course I remember. We set a date. June 15th. Your dream month. You wanted a summer wedding. I agreed. Then 2 months before, you said your mom was sick. We pushed it to October. Then October came and suddenly we needed more money. Money I had, but you spent. Now it's November and we're 3 weeks out and you want to push it again. I'm sorry, okay? I'm sorry. But marriage is a big step. I know it's a big step. That's why I proposed. That's why I've been planning. That's why I've been ready. And I'm not ready." She shouted it. Actually shouted. "I'm not ready, and I don't know if I'll ever be ready for this level of commitment." There it was. The truth. Hanging in the air between us like smoke. I zipped up my bag. "Thank you for finally being honest." Wait. I didn't mean it like that. I love you, but you don't want to marry me." "I do. Eventually. Just not right now." "Vanessa, you're 27 years old. We've built a life together. We have a joint bank account. We have furniture we picked out together. Your name is on the lease. We've met each other's families 100 times. What exactly are you waiting for?" She was crying now. "I don't know. I need to feel ready." I walked past her to the living room. Started unplugging my Xbox, my external hard drive. "So that's it. You're just going to leave? You want time to be sure. I'm giving you all the time in the world." I unplugged my phone charger from the wall. "I'm done waiting for you to figure out if I'm worth marrying." "That's not fair. You're twisting my words." "Am I?" I faced her. "Tell me right now. Look me in the eye and tell me you want to marry me in 3 weeks." She opened her mouth, closed it, looked at the floor. "That's what I thought. Where will you even go?" "My brother's place. He's got a spare room." "For how long?" "However long it takes for you to decide if you want this relationship or not." She grabbed my arm. "Please don't go. We can talk about this. We can figure it out. We've been talking for 18 months. I'm done talking." I pulled my arm free gently, headed for the door. "What about the ring?" She touched the diamond on her finger. I stopped, turned around, held out my hand. You're taking it back? You're postponing the wedding. You don't need an engagement ring if you're not getting engaged. But I am engaged. We're just. Vanessa. The ring. Her hand shook as she twisted it off her finger. She placed it in my palm, and I felt how warm it was from her skin. 3 months' salary. I'd worked overtime for half a year to afford it. I can't believe you're doing this. I can't believe it took me this long. I left. Just walked out. Got in my car and drove. My phone started ringing before I hit the highway. Vanessa. I declined. She called again. Declined again. Then the text started. Please come back. We need to talk. You're overreacting. I love you. Please. I turned my phone on silent and kept driving. My brother Nick opened his door at 11:47 p.m. looking confused and half asleep. Dude, what are you doing here? Can I crash with you? He saw my duffel bag. Oh shit. Come in. I told him everything over a beer at his kitchen table. He listened without interrupting, which I appreciated. So you actually left? I actually left. 3 weeks before the wedding. Yep. And took the ring back. Yep. He was quiet for a minute. Then he said, good. I looked up. Yeah. Dude, she's been stringing you along for over a year. I didn't want to say anything because it's not my place, but yeah, good for you. Mom's going to freak out. Mom will understand once you explain it. My phone was lighting up like a Christmas tree on the table. 23 missed calls. 40-something texts. You going to answer her? Tomorrow. Maybe. What are you going to do about the wedding? And there it was. The reality of it. I have to cancel everything. That's going to be expensive. I don't care. I'm not marrying someone who doesn't want to marry me. Nick clinked his beer bottle against mine. Damn right. I slept like garbage that night. Couldn't turn my brain off. Kept thinking about Vanessa in our apartment, probably crying. Part of me felt guilty. Part of me felt free. Morning came too early. My phone showed 67 notifications. Most from Vanessa. Some from her sister Isabel. 3 from my mom. I called my mom first. Sweetie, Vanessa called me. She's very upset. What happened? I explained. Mom was quiet for a long time. Do you love her? Yes. Then why leave? Because loving someone doesn't mean letting them treat you like a backup plan. Another long silence. Your father and I postponed our wedding once. Once. Not 3 times. That's fair. I could hear her sighing. What do you need from me? Nothing. Just wanted you to hear it from me first. Are you okay? I will be. Next I called the wedding venue. The woman on the phone was sympathetic but firm. No refund. I'd signed a contract. I was out $12,000. The caterer was worse. 50% deposit, non-refundable. Another $4,000 gone. The photographer at least was understanding. She'd had a couple cancel before. She offered to apply the deposit to a future booking, which I told her I wouldn't need. She refunded half. By noon I'd lost roughly $19,000. I felt weirdly calm about it. Money comes back. Self-respect doesn't. Vanessa called at 1 p.m. I finally answered. Thank God. I've been trying to reach you all night. I know. Can we please talk? In person? I don't think that's a good idea. Please. I need to see you. Against my better judgment, I agreed to meet at the coffee shop where we had our first date. Neutral territory. She looked terrible when she walked in. Eyes swollen. No makeup. Hair in a messy bun. Part of me wanted to hug her. The other part stayed seated. Thank you for coming. She sat down across from me. What do you want to talk about? I want to fix this. Fix what? Us. Our relationship. The wedding. Vanessa, there is no wedding. Don't say that. We can. I spent the morning canceling everything. The venue's gone. The caterer's gone. Photographer's gone. It's over. Her face went white. You canceled? Without talking to me. You postponed without talking to me. 3 times. That's different. How? How is that different? She didn't have an answer. I've spent the last 18 months of my life planning a future with someone who apparently doesn't want one with me. That's not true. I do want a future with you. Just not as my wife. I didn't say that. You didn't have to. Vanessa, when someone wants to marry you, They marry you. They don't postpone 3 times. They don't ask for more time to be sure. They just do it. Tears were streaming down her face now. I'm scared, okay? Is that what you want to hear? I'm terrified of making a mistake. And you think I'm a mistake. I don't know. I don't know what I think anymore. I stood up. Then figure it out. But figure it out alone. Wait. I'm done waiting, Vanessa. I've given you 1.5 years. I've been patient. I've been understanding. I've bent over backward trying to make this work. But I won't beg someone to marry me. I'm not asking you to beg. Yes, you are. Every time you postpone, every time you ask for more time, you're asking me to prove I'm worth it. And I'm tired of proving myself to someone who should already know. I left her there, walked out of the coffee shop, and didn't look back. The next few days were brutal. Vanessa kept calling, texting, trying to get me to talk. Her friends started reaching out. Then her family. Her mother called me on day 3. You're breaking my daughter's heart. With all due respect, Mrs. Chun, your daughter broke mine first. She made a mistake. Young people get cold feet. It's normal. Cold feet is one thing. 3 postponements is a pattern. She loves you. I know she does. But that's not enough. What do you want from her? Nothing anymore. She got quiet. You're really not coming back. No, ma'am. I'm not. She needs you. She needs to figure out what she wants. And she can't do that with me there as a safety net. I hung up feeling like garbage, but also strangely proud of myself. I'd never stood up to her mother before. The woman was intimidating as hell. Week 2 was when things got interesting. Vanessa stopped calling, stopped texting, radio silence. I should have felt relieved. Instead, I felt anxious, like waiting for the other shoe to drop. It dropped on day 12. She showed up at Nick's apartment at 10 p.m. on a Tuesday. Nick answered the door. Vanessa, I need to talk to him. I don't think. Please. Her voice cracked. Please. Just 5 minutes. Nick looked at me. I nodded. She came in, stood in the living room wringing her hands. I'm not postponing the wedding. I stared at her. What? I want to get married. 3 weeks from Saturday. Like we planned. Vanessa, I know I screwed up. I know I hurt you. But I've spent the last 2 weeks without you, and it's been hell. I can't eat. I can't sleep. I can't focus on anything. All I can think about is how stupid I was. This isn't about punishing you. I know it's not. But I'm telling you right now, I want to marry you. I'm ready. I'm sure. Please give me another chance. I wanted to believe her. God, I wanted to believe her so badly. What changed? I lost you. That's what changed. I spent 18 months taking you for granted, and I didn't realize what I had until it was gone. That's not enough. She looked like I'd slapped her. What? You being scared of losing me isn't a reason to get married. You should want to marry me because you can't imagine your life without me, not because you can't handle being single. That's not. I do want to marry you. Do you? Or do you just want things to go back to normal? She started crying. Why are you being so cruel? I'm not being cruel. I'm being realistic. Vanessa, you've had 3 separate chances to commit to this, and you've backed out every time. What makes this time different? Because I know what it's like to lose you now. So you need me to leave to appreciate me? That's the lesson here. No, that's not what I'm saying. Then what are you saying? She wiped her eyes. I'm saying I was wrong. I'm saying I'm sorry. I'm saying please come back. I sat down on the couch. Nick had disappeared into his room, giving us privacy. I can't come back, Vanessa. Why not? Because every time we set a new date, I'm going to wonder if you'll bail again. Every time we hit a rough patch, I'm going to wonder if you're secretly looking for the exit. I can't live like that. I won't bail. I promise. You promised before. This time is different. It's not, though. That's the problem. Nothing's actually changed except you got scared of being alone. She sat down next to me. What do you want me to do? How do I prove this is real? I don't want you to prove anything. I want you to want this for the right reasons. I do want this for the right reasons. Name one reason you want to marry me that has nothing to do with being scared or lonely. She opened her mouth, closed it, thought. The silence stretched out. You can't, can you? I said quietly. That's not fair. You're putting me on the spot. Vanessa, if you loved me the way I love you, you'd have 100 reasons. They'd be spilling out of you. You wouldn't have to think about it. More tears. I do love you. I know. But love isn't enough. I need you to be all in. Not mostly in. Not eventually in. All in. I am all in. You're not. And that's okay. But I can't marry someone who's not sure. She grabbed my hands. Please don't do this. Please. I'll do anything. There's nothing to do. It's over. No. No, it's not over. We can fix this. Vanessa. I pulled my hands away gently. It's been over since the first postponement. We just didn't want to admit it. She sobbed. Actually sobbed. It hurt to watch. I'm so sorry, she whispered. Me too. She left a few minutes later. Nick came out after he heard the door close. You okay? No. But I will be. The next week, Vanessa packed up her stuff from the apartment. She'd found a new place with Isabel. We texted logistically about who got what furniture, who'd take over the lease. It was civil. Sad, but civil. I went back to the apartment one last time to get the rest of my things. It felt empty without her stuff there. Like a shell of what it used to be. Her dress was still in the closet. I texted her. You left your wedding dress. I don't want it anymore. Donate it or throw it out. I took it to a consignment shop. Got $200 for it. Donated the money to a women's shelter. 3 weeks after I left, on what would have been our wedding day, I woke up in Nick's spare room and felt oddly at peace. My phone buzzed. A text from Vanessa. I hope you're happy. I thought about it for a long time. Then typed back. I'm getting there. I hope you are too. She didn't respond. I got up, made coffee, went for a run. Life went on. 2 months later, I ran into her at the grocery store. She looked good. Healthier than she'd looked in a while. Hey. Hey. I grabbed a box of cereal. How are you? I'm okay. You? Same. Awkward silence. I've been in therapy, she said suddenly. Yeah. Working through some stuff. Commitment issues, mostly. That's good. I'm glad. My therapist said I was self-sabotaging. That I'd convinced myself I didn't deserve to be happy. I didn't know what to say to that. You were right, she continued. About all of it. I was scared, and I took it out on you. I'm sorry. I appreciate that. For what it's worth, you leaving was the best thing that could have happened to me. I needed the wake-up call. I'm glad something good came from it. She smiled sadly. Take care of yourself. You too. She walked away, and I felt nothing. No anger. No sadness. No regret. Just nothing. That's when I knew I'd made the right choice. 3 months after that, I met someone new. Her name was Diana. She was a teacher, funny, smart, and when I asked her on a second date, she said yes without hesitation. We took things slow. No rushing. No pressure. Just two people getting to know each other. 6 months in, I knew. I just knew. But I didn't propose. Not yet. I wanted to be sure this time. Really sure. A year after I left Vanessa, Diana and I moved in together. It felt different than it had with Vanessa. Easier. Like we were both pulling in the same direction instead of one person dragging the other. I proposed on a random Tuesday. No big production. Just us, at home, after dinner. Yes. She didn't even let me finish the question. Yes, absolutely, 1,000 times yes. We got married 4 months later. Small ceremony, just family and close friends. No postponements. No cold feet. Just two people who wanted the same thing at the same time. On my wedding day, my brother pulled me aside. You did it, man. You found someone who's all in. Yeah, I said, watching Diana laugh at something my mom said. Yeah, I did. And I smiled. Because sometimes walking away from the wrong person is the only way to find the right one. I never regretted leaving that night. Not once. Not even a little bit. Because I learned something important. You can't force someone to be ready. You can't convince someone to choose you. They either do or they don't. And if they don't, the best thing you can do is walk away with your dignity intact. That's exactly what I did. And I'd do it again in a heartbeat.